Hello, good morning students. Welcome to science class. Hope you all are fine. Students, in the series of previous lectures, we were discussing about the chapter electricity. In that we discuss about the electric current. What is electric current? That is flow of charges, right? We discuss about in detail the electric charges, electric circuit, and then we discuss about the numericals based on the electric current. Now students, today our topic is electric potential and potential difference. For this, first of all, I will give you many examples to understand what is electric potential and potential difference. Students, suppose we have one beaker of water and we have another beaker of water. Both have the same level of water. Now students, if we want to shift water from this beaker to this beaker, is it possible? No, it will not be possible. When the level of the beakers is same, the water will not go from the beaker A, we put it A and B, it will not go to the B beaker, right? Now what we will do, if we will shift this beaker, right students? If we will shift this beaker to a height, the level will remain the same. To a height, then the water will come from the jar beaker B to A, right students? The beaker which is at the higher height will send the water to the beaker to the lower height. It means water is traveling from higher height to the lower height, to higher concentration to lower concentration. We can also take another example. Suppose I have one jar in which I have put water and I have put some raisins, right students? I have put some raisins. After a few minutes you will see that raisins will be bigger in size, they will be swollen. Why? Because water from this tumbler, from this jar will come into these raisins, because outside the raisins, here the water concentration is very high and inside the raisins it is very, very low. So the water will shift from higher concentration to lower concentration. So in this way students, everything that flows like air, like water, they always flow from higher concentration or higher density or higher pressure to low concentration or to low pressure or to low density. So students, we know that electricity is a flow of charges, right? Electric current is a flow of charges. So charges will also flow from higher density region to the low density region, right students? Because the charges also flow. I have told you earlier that whatever thing flows, it always goes from higher region to the lower region. So the electric current is a flow of charges. So charges will also flow from high density region to the low density region. Remember one thing, electric charges will flow from high density region to the low density region. Now we come to the second point. Now students, suppose I have a ball and I am standing at a height, right students? I have a ball and I am standing at a height. I want to throw this ball here, right students? So no work should be done. When I am at high region, I want to throw this ball, no work has to be done. Suppose when the ball comes here, I want to send it back to that situation, then what will happen? When I will throw this ball from the low region to the higher height, work has to be done, right students? the work has to be done. So this is the case of the electric charges. Suppose the electric charges is flowing from the point, we call it as A, to infinity, right students? No work has to be done. When the charge has to come from infinity to A, right students? Infinity to point A or a particular point, the work has to be done. I repeat it again, when the charge is flowing from a particular point to infinity, no work has to be done. It is flowing. When it has to come from infinity to a particular point, the work has to be done. So this work is known as the electric potential. This work is known as the electric potential. So what is electric potential? Work to be done to move charge from infinity to a particular point. From infinity to a particular point. When it is going from a particular point to infinity, no work has to be done. When it is coming from back, we want to come it back from infinity to a particular point, the work has to be done. That work is known as the electric potential. Now how much work has to be done depends upon the charge. How much is the charge? If the charge is less work has to be done. If the charge is more work has to be done. Suppose my ball was of 10 kg, the work done to be here. If it is of 50 kg, the more work should be done to bring the ball from 0 to the higher height. Right student? So it depends upon the weight. So here it depends upon the charge. If the charge is less work has to be done. If the charge is more work has to be done. So electric potential is denoted by V. W is the work done. Right students? Work done. And Q is the charge. How much is the charge? As you know that the work done is measured in joules, charge is measured in coulomb. So the electric potential is denoted by V. It is joule per coulomb. Right student? Joule per coulomb. How much work is done to bring the charge from infinity to a particular point? This is known as the electric potential. It can be measured by the voltmeter. As we did that, electric current was measured by the ammeter. It is represented by V and it has unit ampere. Electric current has unit ampere. Now students, when I have brought this charge from infinity to a point A, work has to be done. Then somebody can send this charge again to an infinity. Right students? I again want to bring this charge to a particular point. Now this charge will come to the point B. Right students? First of all, the charge is going from a particular point to infinity. When I brought the charge from infinity to a particular point, work has to be done. Now again somebody sent this charge to the infinity, for example. So again I have to brought the charge from infinity to a point B. It will now come to a point B. Now so again we can take this as VA, WA, QA. Now for the second point we can have electric potential, the work which to be done to bring the charge to a point B. So it will be like this. So what will be the total potential difference? Right students? Suppose you are going to school which is at a distance of 100 meters. Right students? Suppose you have to come at 50 meters. From 0 you have started. So what is you stop at 50 meters. So how much distance is required to reach at school? We will minus this 50 meters. Right students? So same is in the case of the charges. What will the V is equal to? This is known as the potential difference. It is VA minus VB. Right? the electric potential at point A and electric potential at point B. So this V, the difference between the two electric potential is known as the potential difference. Potential difference. The main thing in this topic is that work has to be done to bring the charge from infinity to a particular point. When the points are 2 and we minus them, we take the difference of 2 points, it becomes our potential difference. So in the next lecture, we will discuss the numericals based on the electric potential and potential difference. Potential difference is also has the unit V, which is volt, and the work done has the unit joule, and the electric charges has the unit coulomb, which is represented by the C. So that is all about the electric potential and the potential difference. Hope you all must have understood. You should, one thing you should keep it in mind, that everything that is flowing will flow from higher concentration to low concentration, from high region to low region, or high pressure to low pressure. So in the same way, the charges flow from high density region to the low density region. When there is an opposite case, so work has to be done. That work which has to be done to bring the charges from infinity to a particular point is known as electric potential, and the difference between two electric potential at two different points is known as the potential difference. So students, that's all for today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will meet with the numericals based on this topic. Till then, take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.